Alrighty, guys, welcome back here to the European Spring Championship Qualifier number 1 with Solid, Jake, and Kubi. We're going into Game 2 between Dignitas and LEGO, and the draft is starting already.
Fastest intro in the West.
I'm trying to get the draft to
Hello?
My computer is struggling today. Yes! There we go.
Cool.
Thrall.
One more time. Thrall ban.
Throw girls.
I think that the first pick order was reversed last game, and they are showing again they do not want to deal with Thrall. Take it out. First pick. Does it go to Murden or KT? What are they valuing? KT. Very strong damage dealer, of course. We see him all the time, except that one game in China.
So,
Don't know how that happened.
likely Jaina Murden, Jaina Uther, something along the lines of that. Pretty standard picks, but we have seen weirder things. Sometimes teams will put preference for early Sylvanas, early Tassadar, very popular in Europe. And even
Zagara
Raynor
too.
Yeah, Raynor
Especially
and
on
Zagara.
Battlefield.
Yeah, so there's a lot of picks that would make a lot of sense and be very viable in this situation.
My vote,
Okay, let's go.
Murden Zagara.
Murden, Zagara.
Let's see, though.
Just for the full control?
Yeah, Murden's just super good. Aside from these, two KT Tyrande, like it's just always Murden. Picked up super early. If there's an option to take KT or Tyrande, yeah, sure, go for it. But I think Murden's probably the number 3 spot. And I just really like Zagara on this battleground. If you have that vision control over that center area, it can be pretty big. Raynor,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Like you said, there's a lot of good options here. Could have gone for Jaina, could have gone for Raynor, Zagara's fine, Sylvanas is good. A lot of good options.
Yeah,
Sylvanas
okay.
should be played this game.
Unless she's banned, which is pretty unlikely. But Sonya, early pickup. Instead of the Thrall, they deny that one big melee.
Very early.
And they go for the Sonya.
Suspiciously early.
You think Uther just as like a guarantee, just so you have a safe option? Stitches again! What? I took Stitches out of the stream title because I thought for sure.
I love it. This is great. The Stitches. Is he my favorite warrior? No,
He was.
I love playing Stitches.
Yeah.
Fun hero.
Yeah.
I love watching him play. I love seeing the compositions that he gets paired with. Kel'Thas Stitches is just a lot of fun. It's great. Do they go for the Malfurion heals? No, because they're Team Dignitas. They're going to go Karazim every time. Does LEGO ban it out? Is that something you prioritize? They already have 2 very big damage sources. They have a warrior. They're either banning out Karazim or ETC. Oh, they're taking out Uther. So what you were afraid of, Jake, that might be also what LEGO's thinking about.
Yeah,
Ban's
possible.
moving over to Dignitas' side. I think that they are going to remove Jaina. I think that's what makes the most sense here.
Quite possibly. All right.
Okay, all right,
Uther.
because we were talking about Zagara earlier too.
Yeah.
Forgot.
So,
I forgot.
no Uther. They don't want to give Sonya that really safe option to go in and go as ham as she wants, and then have the Divine Shield where she's whirlwinding and healing up. It's just a very powerful combo. So they're shutting out another support, but they're also giving Dignitas Karazim unless LEGO steals him away.
Jake, what's your favorite battleground that isn't Dragonshire?
In the whole game to cast?
Yeah. Cast or play on both together. Overall favorite battleground.
This is a
Not-
really
that's
hard
not
question.
Dragonshire.
Really hard question.
Because everyone's answer is Dragonshire.
I actually really like Shrines. I think ever since they changed Shrines, it's a very
Fair enough.
fun map. There's a lot of mercenary camps that give diverse options for pickups in terms of style of play, and the Punisher is pretty fun. I mean, it's just he punishes you being out of position. There's ways to manipulate it, and understanding how to play in that map is very crucial. And I don't like the collect maps as much, like where you collect gems and you can drop them, and collect coins you can drop
Oh, I
them.
see.
I
Okay.
don't like the idea that you can drop stuff super a lot,
Super a lot. Super a lot, boys.
That's my Heroes of the Storm team. Super a lot. The denial and Karazim. Smart stuff.
Oh, so maybe we will get the Stitches Melf combo.
Mm.
Who's the other hero that I'm missing? Oh, I'm blanking on one.
Could be once upon a time in the very early days of Heroes of the Storm, you and I did a show called
Yeah, I didn't
Duo
either.
Q,
Yeah.
where we would literally duo up and talk about strong pairings.
Yeah.
And the first ever episode we did of that show was Stitches Malfurion. Now this was alpha, this was many years ago, but the Hook Root is a tried and true pair that has seen great success.
Yes. Pair that up with Kel'Thas as well.
you pull them into your lawn. That's what we used to say.
Pull them into the lawn.
Or spit them on the lawn if you get gorged. Too. Spit on your lawn.
All right. What? So that's got it. Who's the other support? Oh, medic. Medic. Is it going to be medic? No, it's Malf. Just trying to think if there's a situation where medic makes sense. Not really a huge lot of like auto attackers. No one's really getting huge benefits from stim drone yet. I think Malf's good. I like the pick for Malf.
One
More
thing
roots.
that's interesting is just Tassadar is still available. And he wouldn't be a bad pickup for either team at this point. But I don't think, well, for Dignitas, they're lacking a lot of damage if they don't have him.
No, I don't think so.
Sonya, Kel'Thas, Stitches. Stitches is very much
They may even go for another tank.
They don't have
here.
a true warrior,
Yeah, they could go for like ETC still available. That's possible. I don't think Tassadar is bad either because of wall, but like Battlefield's kind of open.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so you may not be able to find the greatest places to
Oracle's valuable though. Having the vision on Battlefield is nice.
I think I like ETC.
Yeah. I'm okay with that for
we'll
sure.
We'll see though.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, triple warrior, but again, Stitches and Sonya.
Sonya's a melee assassin.
Yeah, she's a melee assassin.
There's no other way to look at it.
Relabel her, please.
Please.
Thanks. Everyone will love you.
Do you think Sonya is the hero that is most in need of a relabel?
Yes, out of every hero in the game, by far.
You think
by
Sonya
far.
is an assassin?
By far.
By a long shot. Okay.
Like, not even close.
All right, so the reason I like ETC here, Stitches, he is a bit lacking in the crowd control in terms of peel. ETC is fantastic for that. ETC also follows up better with the stun. You mentioned lack of damage. I'd argue that. I think that Sonya puts out great damage. Kel'Thas puts out great damage. Stitches puts out good damage.
He does, especially since the changes. They buffed his
I'm
damage.
very happy with the ETC pick. I think that's the right call. And especially in a battleground where you're going to be perhaps struggling to capitalize based on architecture and layout of the map, you know, struggling to like maybe get body blocks, after hooks, I mean. So ETC is going to allow you that guarantee to take out those targets. And then you can even power slide through and mosh the rest of the team that's trying to get over to save the target. You know, Karazim now has much less options to try to dive over to save people. So, yeah.
I don't think we have half the players in this lobby. Yeah. Oh, they can join the lobby on the screen? That's news to me. NA teams never do that.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about LEGO's composition then. What they have.
All right, so I mean, just it's a lot more control this time around on their side.
Falstad, Muradin.
The Mighty Gust for the disengaged, they have them all. So they have like these really, really powerful defensive heroics if they find themselves. Oh, okay. Let me look at the draft again to confirm. They had different heroes, isn't there? It's mainly the Gust, right? Penetrating around is really good for positioning. They have Stormbolt, so they have a lot of good options that just can help you reposition your heroes if you're being approached upon by something like Sonya. You don't think so?
Well, I agree with what you're saying. I don't like the draft personally.
No? You think it's weak?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it works. It works better against like a dive comp. Yeah, it works a lot better. But this is a pole comp. This is different. This is, Gust is.
Yeah, that's true. Stitches is a different dynamic that teams aren't used to.
It's a very, very different dynamic.
But Sonya's still kind of divey, unless it's going to be a very passive Sonya that just waits an Ancient Spear as a target that gets hit by the hook.
Yeah, I think that they.
Which we could see.
But
it's still divey to a sense, right?
Past 16, like it's not going to be all that easy for Karazim to get in to palm the target.
It's true.
Like the positioning is going to be so much harder for Lego.
You think it's going to be the full power slide with loudspeakers again out of ETC, just full on
That's what I'd like to see.
CC ETC and ETCC we could call them. And then you got Stitches, which is more of a, he finds someone out of position and he continues the fights as you're trying to retreat. He thrives on just being like, nope.
They don't have any, there's no minions to like get in the way of stuff, to my knowledge, right? Vol is their last hero. Yeah, like there's some vulnerable targets. Very vulnerable.
Blackout, thanks for the resub, my friend.
Yeah,
and I wanted to include this VODs thing at the bottom, just so you guys know. I'm uploading the VODs as the tournament happens. So if there was a crazy game, you missed game one, youtube.com/SolidJakeGG. The VODs are coming up about 20 minutes after each game happens.
I'm going to call it now, Jake. I think it's going to be a Stomperino.
Stomperino. Kubi's got those ideas that Dignitas is.
And it's not even from like a...
The draft. The draft.
Yeah, it's from the draft.
They've got the better
draft. I feel like it's a stomp draft.
Well, on the blue side, that is Team Dignitas with Dakozy playing Kel'Thas JPL on Stitches. Bakery will be on Malfurion. We'll be playing ETC in Zarmony, rounding out the team as Sonya.
On the right side of the map for the red team, Tomsy is going to be on Raynor. And in the bottom lane, we have Vala being played by Fauna. EJ will be playing that Karazim Conti. This time, will be on Falstead, not playing the Warrior anymore. And Lego, team captain, on Murden.
Lego, my ego. Team Lego, Foshago. 5 members on Dignitas into the bottom lane, and Stitches looking for the hook. He gets Vala and she will die immediately. So good. What a play. You're not safe anywhere. This pick is so cool on this map.
ETC approves. That was the most metal thing I've ever seen in my life.
Whoa!
Okay. All right. How did he do that?
He's just that esports, man. Content.
I'm so confused at how he did that. All right. I'm impressed. That was the equivalent of blowing up the Death Star.
Yeah.
They
call him Luke Vader.
Yeah. What?
That's
He blew
Luke's
up
last
the
name.
Okay, sure. I mean, I'm not arguing that, but that was difficult. I don't know how he threaded the needle there. That was impressive.
Oh,
No, please.
Oh,
You are not even safe behind the walls.
I don't remember the last time I giggled with anticipation in the
You're like, come on.
Oh, the Roots on 3 targets here. This is carnage. Dignitas with the big damage, the big heals. They, of course, they buffed regrowth in this patch, nerfed the healing done from Tranquility. So early game heals from Malfurion are a little bit more impactful than they used to be.
Jake, real quick before we get into the
Talents
yes.
Good call, Kubi.
All
right, someone's getting hungry for more on Stitch's Moonburn here for Malfurion.
Shot of Fury.
Yeah, just wants to be as aggro as possible with that Sonya, and we are going for a
Auto
full power
attack
slide
Vala.
style.
Auto attack
AA
Vala.
Vala, yeah, Manticore. But against Triple Warrior, that's the right call. You go for Giant Killer.
sure.
You can really just shred through the health bars once you get level 13. And we will have a similar style here for Muradin.
Not only that, more consistent damage against the Immortals as well.
True. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. That the single target damage is much higher. Okay.
I like it. Now, who has the higher damage output? Really, when we get to this, it's Lego.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
when it comes to a race, Lego.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to see picks.
Okay, hammer rank just on Stitches. Grab collapse into the hook. Insta kill there on Falstead. That combo so clean, so crisp.
Had to use his Dwarf Toss really early because the root was in the way. Is this going to end up punishing him Bakery in a precarious spot? Is he going to go down? Bakery.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Malfurion is he doesn't have the same kind of mobility as some of the other supports. You can't just insta hammer of justice. If root's on cooldown, it's a long cooldown at that. And one for one. You know, that's a big win for Ego getting that kill. Problem being,
that is a problem.
Is the immortal health. A little bit behind there.
A little behind. They do have the damage output, but now tides have turned. They have to go in. They have to initiate. And like I said, this is, they're not the craziest of dive comps here, especially before they have their heroics. So Zarmany's going to get that good zone.
16 seconds on that hook cooldown, so that is a big win for them, not having to worry about the hook. And actually, you notice Dignitas, when they don't get the hook, they just tap the wall. They're like, all right, let's refuel and get ready to re-engage. Like my Ego zoning out to Cozy, but Dignitas is hot on that.
Lego has to sit here and try to babysit. That's the only way. And it's just not going to pan out in the long run. The best they can do is just try to mitigate health.
All right, Stitches once again, hook not connecting. They're pushing back, doing a lot of poke. 4 for both teams. Elune's Grace picked up from Malfurion. That's going to give a lot more reach to the roots and the heals in various situations. Stitches goes for amp healing, so this is going to be a very hard hero to kill.
I'd actually argue that if you fall behind early in the Immortal phase to the point where you have to initiate, you're actually just guaranteed to lose the Immortal phase.
And you're not going to win a fight.
There's no way to initiate
against
it safely. Yeah, you have to race and just try to minimize the amount of damage.
Yeah.
There's no way you win that initiate.
I agree. Beyond that, nothing interesting in these builds. Okay, right now, Immortal is going to go to the top lane, so we have the 3 members here, 5 members actually making their way down. Let's make that 4. ETC solo pushing up top to make sure they get that XP.
Yep, definitely want to get that soak. Hook attempt, misses. The roots over the wall.
Yeah.
EJ is going to have to dash over. Still gets rooted. Don't think they'll get any pickups off of this, but still, ammunition drained. JPL.
He's got that self-heal, taking a lot of damage regardless. Roots out, so that's a long cooldown once again.
Yeah, they're not going to get much off this bottom lane. How about top? What are we looking at?
Yeah, the Immortals made it past the wall, and ETC soaking up all the XP. And now it's just going to channel its
Hook off
swords
cooldown.
through that.
Did they get anything? Nope. All right.
Hook's ready. They could try to get that pick.
Still good push, level lead.
But they're going to try to flank onto ETC.
Actually got a lot more done top lane than I expected.
Yeah. Okay. Immediately, Zarmany working on the Khazra camp in the bottom lane. We should see a similar response with this 4-man presence in the top. They should try to, spend their time well getting a Khazra camp or something, but there's too worried about this push here from Dignitas.
Yeah, Sonya, probably one of the best warriors for taking camps quickly.
Probably the best.
Yeah, the best. One of the best
Maybe the best
mercenary
in the
camp
game,
taker.
honestly.
Yeah, she's up there for sure.
Next to like Gazlo, who's probably far less efficient because he has to spend mana to do so. She doesn't have to spend anything, really. Lego my Ego taking a lot of damage. Ancient Spear in, but Dwarf toss forward, barely missing the hook.
It's too early, but he had the predictive hook. That was the right call. And if you get him over that wall, he's done. They have enough roots and stuns on their team to even take out Muradin with a hook. So that's like, when you're in that situation, that's scary.
Yeah, that's a good
Ball
point.
step flying in.
All right, Wabi taking a ton of damage, does end up falling. A little bit of an overextension here, and the Dwarf Toss going forward. Stormbolt connecting onto Zarmany, hook onto Lego, and yeah, that is enough to force them back.
Yeah, they got to back up regardless.
Just keep rocking.
Just keep rocking. Okay, there it is. Taking that Relentless, basically. It's his version of it.
Yeah.
Tenderizer,
That's
more control.
More control, yeah. The Stitches is going to be really hard to kill, and he's going to lock down that backline very well, especially with Triple Warrior. Like, they have a lot of control.
Super auto attack. I'm really curious to see what damage
This is so
numbers.
safe. This is
Super safe, yeah.
the safest.
I'll be curious to see what kind of damage numbers Vala ends up pulling towards the end of the game, because, yeah, like you said, this is a comp to go auto attack Vala. This is it. Nothing else is going to save you, maybe with the exception of Frost Shot, like in terms of like if you get hooked.
It's nice, but
so you may as well just try to get the good flanks, get the good positioning, just deal damage.
Okay, it's going to be a race this time. Now, experience is rather even, but they're immediately backing up. Volstead steps forward. The second phase is upon us, and the halftime show has begun.
And so they've fallen behind again. They have to force a fight, and I just don't see situations, unless they really catch someone with a misplay, I don't see situations where they're going to be able to turn this Immortal phase around. They just don't have the tools to initiate safely.
They just need
that
to find
doesn't risk getting
quickly.
a huge hook.
Stormbolt whiffed entirely from Lego, and that's going to be on cooldown for a bit. JPL does have that hook available, but they're looking at Muradin as it jukes the target. Ancient Spear connecting. Dwarf Toss in. Hook is juked. Nicely done by Lego, and Stormbolt enough to escape. Lego is going to be able to heal up rather rapidly, but the problem is still the Immortal health bar.
Okay, they're, so far they've actually managed to turn this around, taken a half of that HP off, so things have evened up quite a bit. Still, though, half level out from level 10. As soon as that triggers, I fully suspect that they will get that soak. Even if they take that fort top lane, I think that Sonya might be looking to try to dive on that. That would be a great play as well. That will even this up, and Zarmany's doing just that. As soon as that level 10 is hit, we have to see a backup from Lego.
Okay, level 10 heroics picked up here. We have Phoenix, Mosh Pit, Putrid Bile, Tranquility, Wrath of the Berserker, and Phoenix. Still almost a full level before we have level 10 for Lego. Radiant Dash needed here from Antafana, but is it enough? That hook is ready, but Radiant Dash nicely used.
Mortal taking more damage, evening things up. Should go to Dignitas at this point. Yeah. They got to soak. That's exactly what they're doing. Top lane, bottom lane. Trying to catch up to the level 10. They'll have to just give this up and defend as best as they can.
All things considered, though, they're going to have 10 for this Immortal push, and that's a big win in itself, because just having the heroics to fight back your opponents, they can prevent this Immortal from really getting through those back towers on your keep at the bare minimum.
Palm, Mighty Gust, Avatar, Hyperion, Rain of Vengeance. Well, again, it does help a good bit with the hook. If she gets pulled in, that might be a way to get her out of a bad situation.
They are against Malfurion, so Strafe usually is often kind of
I think you make a good
rank.
case for it, Vala. So I think it's the right call.
JPL all by himself. Putrid Bile, though, buying so much room. Mighty Gust does nothing. The big roots, the rain going down, trying to buy some space. Fana has fallen. Palm used way early in this fight, and Lego my Ego, he's completely separated from his team. He's surrounded from his opponents, and he's just trying to buy some time right now.
Wishes he was at home with Egos. Mom making him Egos Saturday morning.
Kubi,
this is not Saturday morning.
I bought some eggless Egos the other day.
Ugh.
They weren't Egos. They were really good.
They were?
They were good.
All right. Mosh Pit.
Okay, Radiant Dash
no,
forward.
okay, I thought he was going for
No,
it.
Wabi will end up falling
Huh.
here. Tomsy is super low himself, falling to the living bomb. So Raynor down. This Immortal did make its way through these bottom towers, but not doing too much damage to the keep.
Yeah.
Dwarf toss forward. Mighty Gust can be used onto Zomni into Cozy. Gravity Left spent on him, but they're just trying to get to Cozy out. Conti so far forward. Does he have barrel roll? Yes. Last moment the shield goes off, but they're going to end up losing Vola. Bring it back in. Doesn't even make it to the end.
JPL. That was really, really smart from Zarmany. As soon as he got isolated with that Gus, he saw the situation he was in. Best I can do is trade out, not trying to make any kind of crazy escape. He doesn't have the Mystical Spear at level 13. He might have been able to hop over the south wall had he had that. Not an option. Go for the best trade he can. He took out most of the health on Vala. She wasn't even able to get away. Great play. They were able to get 2 kills for 1 out of that situation, which looked pretty bad.
Yeah, it did.
It was a good initiation, honestly, from
Okay.
LEGO.
Dual Merc camps just popped up. Actually, the Bruisers are now all alive. All the Mercy camps are alive, but level 13 has been achieved. So Chain Bomb, Mystical Spear, Life Seed. Wow, Life Seed picked up. This is a very, the talent is starting to be picked up more and more and more because it's free heals,
Is that
essentially.
friendly hook? Jake, please. Jake, please. Jake.
Oh!
And
What?
why? Am I missing something here? What is what? Huh. Here, no, I have no idea.
Well,
I have no idea.
No, here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna
right,
pull. They're gonna pull ETC into Mosh. They're gonna pull him with Mosh Pit active. Does it interrupt his Mosh Pit? It probably does.
Sickest play. Here we go. Here's what's going to happen. Level 20. Bolt to the Storm. Bolt to the other side of the team. Pulls ETC to the other side of the team. Power slide. Mosh Pit. Sickest play. EU.
If
Can't
we
even
see
say-
that, I'm gonna mail these guys a check. Like,
Oh no. Oh, they just face checked the wrong bush. I don't see this ending well for them.
Stitches is feeling bowely, and he's just throwing down that bile. Lego trying to dwarf toss and
Falls
falls
and
right on in. Mighty Gust used. He's able to barrel roll the safety. Lego so very low. Divine Palm not going to be used, and 2 heroes have fallen on the side of Lego. Hooks. Oh my! Ancient Spear going on in, and what a devastating flight path. That is like Crash Course 101.
This is, you're setting yourself up for disaster. I love it. I think that's one of those moments where you're like, all right, I'm gonna fly in, I'm gonna save my teammates. You set the flight paths, like everyone in the enemy team just moves on to the like, oh god, what have I done? I think I was just like, as soon as he took off, just face palming, like this is not going to end well for me.
Just like, Mom, please.
Yeah.
Well, Helping Hand was the only reason that fight went that well.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, hands down. This should set them up for 16 pretty well. They already have the chain bombs here, so they're looking pretty. But that extended range. And
Okay.
Good. Oh, Meriden.
Mighty Gust being used, but Tomsy's going to fall very quickly in the fight. Gust seems like it did almost nothing, and Tranquility has been popped. Dignitas healing to fall. EJ trying to get out of there, but Ancient Spear going forward the slam. Not quite enough damage. The second charge of Radiant Dash is enough for him to make his way to Fauna and escape.
LEGO's doing a good job minimizing the loss.
Just kidding,
no,
boys.
you
Oh,
didn't.
the power slide. There is no escape. And then the Wrist Butt D-Palm is down, but there is still no getting home. There's no place like home.
That's
Tap those shoes, Vala.
I will. Nice palm, but not nice palm.
Yeah,
it's actually a waste. Like there's
She's
no
dead.
way.
She's
Like
dead.
yeah,
There's so much stuff.
count
Triple
the
Warrior?
stuns. There's still gravity laps after the divine palm. You're not getting out. Like under no circumstances. Is this game? This could be a very early game. If one more hero goes down.
Gust pushing them back
Good
to
Gust.
disengage to keep no one alive because 2 members are down, and this is probably it. The Immortal still sitting at 70% shield. It's going to be a tough defense, Coops.
Yeah, Future Bile going out is going to provide a little bit of extra damage. LEGO really trying to get in there and make something happen. Still an HP bar and a half on this Immortal. Core already down to 75%. Zarmy staying alive, dishing out huge damage numbers.
Thanks, Bakery!
This is game.
Yeah.
And Dignitas will advance through the bracket. Well played to LEGO, but better luck next time. Again, only the top 2 teams are advancing. Is it top 8 teams get points?
I'm not sure about points. It might be top 32.
Okay.
I think it's probably top 32 they get points, and at the end of the 4 qualifiers. So it's top 2 teams from qualifier 1, 2, and 3 auto advance. So that'll determine our first 6 teams.
Yes.
And after that, the top 2 teams and points after the 4th qualifier will take the final 2 spots. So the points have merit, but still placing top 2 grants you a win.
Yeah.
But that also means since it's top 2 that auto advance, there is no grand finals. Semifinals, if you win, you're done, and that's it. So because there's no prizing here for the qualifiers.
I think Dignitas and Fnatic are playing before they get to the finals. I think they're on the same side of the bracket. Can we check? Can we check? What do you think?
Oh, I think you're right.
What do you think?
I think
That'd be pretty hype.
Oh my goodness. Let's take a
EU
look.
gets so many teams.
Gosh, 100 plus.
Got Fnatic.
So yeah, Fnatic will be playing,
They're playing against Bubble Squad right now to get into top 16
and they're playing against
or round of 16.
Dithering Blade. Dithering Blade. Dithering Blade.
You EU folks, you have some interesting team names. I love it.
No, they're not in the same section, are they?
Oh.
It'd be TCM. That's next seed. So this section is they would be facing
be
My
Liquid.
Insanity.
I'm so confused.
Man,
This
we are-
bracket is too huge.
Dignitas would be facing Navi in their
Alright.
their qualification match, assuming those are the 2 favored teams.
Jake,
Assuming
do me
they
a
won't play
favor.
that.
Can you check to see if Chris is in a game?
Lobby? Just raw joy.
Raw joy. Game 1, game 2. We're checking to see if we can get into the Team Liquid game. We're trying to figure out where this series is at.
Yeah. You're so smart, Kubi. We're asking them. Well, while we get this all sorted, we're just going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll
Yeah.
be back very soon. The drafting has started, and he says, I think we have room. So hopefully we're casting the Team Liquid match. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll be back in just a bit.